Welcome back to Quiz Gentry Friends. Let's take a study of the construction and design of Titanic with 25 questions and 7 seconds each to answer them. But before then, please consider subscribing for more maritime quizzes as we get started. Alright, we take our first question and it says, who designed Titanic's hull? Ismay, Andrews, or Harland? Andrews. Thomas Andrews was the chief designer of the Titanic and worked with Harland and Wolff Shipyard to oversee the construction of the ship's hull and structural design. What material was Titanic's frame made of? Was it iron, wood, or steel? Steel it was. Titanic's frame was constructed using steel, which was stronger and more durable than iron, the primary material used in shipbuilding before steel became common. What was Titanic's double bottom made for? For stability, for speed, or for cargo? Stability. Titanic's double bottom was designed for increased stability and safety. It provided additional buoyancy and helped to prevent the ship from sinking if the hull was damaged. Which company built Titanic? Do you think it was Cunard, Harland and Wolff, or White Star Line? Harland and Wolff. Harland and Wolff were responsible for building the Titanic. The ship was built in Belfast, Ireland, with a contract from the White Star Line. 5. What innovation reduced Titanic's vibrations? We have the rudder, the turbines, or the quads. Turbines. Titanic's innovative use of steam turbines, in addition to reciprocating engines, helped reduce vibrations and ensure smoother operation at higher speeds. Titanic's rivets were mainly made of what? Options are brass, steel, and iron. Yes, iron is correct. Titanic was constructed with over 3 million rivets, primarily made of wrought iron, although steel rivets were used in some parts of the ship. What was Titanic's maximum capacity of lifeboats? 48, 20, or 32? Titanic was originally designed to carry 48 lifeboats, but only 20 were installed due to aesthetic concerns and outdated safety regulations. Who oversaw Titanic's construction? We have Peary in the options as well as Andrews and Ismay. Andrews. Thomas Andrews, the head designer, supervised Titanic's construction and made several design decisions that impacted the ship's layout and features. What material lined Titanic's first-class walls? Velvet, mahogany, or pine? Mahogany. Mahogany wood was used in the luxury first-class areas, providing an elegant and refined appearance for the wealthiest passengers on board. Question 10. Titanic had how many watertight compartments? 10, 16, or 8? Titanic had 16 watertight compartments designed to keep the ship afloat, even if multiple compartments were breached. How many propellers did Titanic have? 3, 2, or 4? 3. Titanic was equipped with 3 propellers, 2 large outboard propellers and a smaller central one, providing efficient propulsion. Which steel type was used in Titanic's hull? Cast, mild, or galvanized? Mild. Mild steel was used for Titanic's hull, which was considered an improvement over older iron hulls in terms of strength and flexibility. What was Titanic's registered tonnage? 45,000, 46,328, or 40,000? $46,328. Titanic's gross registered tonnage (GRT) was 46,328 tons, making it the largest ship in the world at the time of its completion. What was Titanic's length in feet? 800, 882, or 900? (882). Titanic measured 882 feet and 9 inches in length, making it an engineering marvel and one of the largest vessels afloat in 1912. 15. Who supplied Titanic's engines? Parsons, Harland and Scott are your options. Harland it was. Harland and Wolff built Titanic's engines in their Belfast shipyard, along with many other components used in the construction. Please like this video. Thank you. This one is easy, and it says how many funnels had Titanic? Do you think they were 3, 4, or 2? Four they were. Titanic had 4 funnels, but only 3 were functional. The 4th was added for aesthetic balance and to give the ship a more powerful appearance. What powered Titanic's engines? Oil, coal, or diesel? Coal. Titanic was powered by steam engines, which were driven by the burning of coal in its massive boilers, consuming about 600 tons per day. What was Titanic's top speed? 23 knots, 21 knots, or 25 knots? (21 knots). Titanic's maximum speed was approximately 21 knots, made possible by its combination of steam engines and turbines. What type of boiler did Titanic use? Yarrow, Scotch, or Foster? Scotch. Titanic was equipped with 29 Scotch-type boilers, which generated the steam needed to drive the ship's engines and turbines. Question number 20 says, who designed Titanic's interiors? Carlisle, Belby, or Bromley? Carlisle. Titanic's lavish interiors were designed by Alexander Carlisle, along with Thomas Andrews, who focused on luxurious spaces for first-class passengers. Please consider subscribing. Thank you. Titanic's wireless system was supplied by Marconi, Bell, or Siemens. Marconi. The Titanic used Marconi wireless technology, allowing long-distance radio communication, including distress signals sent during the disaster. What was Titanic's sister ship? Oceanic, Olympic, or Baltic? Olympic. Titanic's sister ship was the RMS Olympic, which was nearly identical in design and size and part of the same White Star Line fleet. Do not forget to comment your score. 23. What was Titanic's ship class? Ocean, Olympic, or cruiser? Olympic. Titanic belonged to the Olympic class of ocean liners, which included the Olympic, Titanic, and Britannic, all built for the White Star Line. How many decks did Titanic have? 8, 10, or 12? 10. Titanic had 10 decks, each serving different purposes, with the upper decks primarily for passengers and the lower ones for machinery and storage. Our last question here says, what innovation did Titanic's rudder feature? Gear, balance, or chains? Balance. Titanic featured a balanced rudder design, making it more responsive and easier to steer such a large ship, improving its handling. Thank you for watching, friends. See you in the next quiz. Bye-bye.